Hello, 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 and a very warm welcome back to the Gimme a Hull Yeah Wrestling Podcast. My name is Dom. To the bottom of me, we have Sam Smith, the mighty Sam Smith, who I had chips with earlier, and we have the my scissoring partner, Dan Hargreaves. Scissor me, Danny. There you go. Yeah, good to see you guys. How's everybody feeling?
Not too bad.
Good. Siri. Oh, bloody hell! Siri just kicked off for some reason. Good. Yes. Are we excited for SmackDown? There's gonna be some stuff. Some stuff's gonna happen.
Smackdown World Cup.
The SmackDown World Cup. Yeah, Pete Dunne versus who is it, Dan?
Butch versus Sami UCEY.
Butch versus Sami UCEY. Well, we know
Richochet.
the conclusion.
Yeah, we've also got Richochet versus Mustafa Ali.
Oh, God. Oh, I think I just came a little bit in my pants.
Just a bit.
I'm so excited. I'm so excited for it. Yeah, it's going to be good. Potential Bray Wyatt, LA Knight feud could develop here. But just before we kick off that, Dan, how have you been, mate? Have you been all right? How is life? How was work? How is everything?
Work was all right today. Not too bad. Come in, I had something to eat. A few hours. Well, I say a few hours. More like about an hour and a half nap. And then I'm sat here. So yeah, it's not too bad. Good start to the weekend.
You can leave when you want. I didn't expect to be here, which is why Dan is here, because I wasn't originally going to be here, and Sam isn't ready yet to take on the stream responsibilities himself, and that is because I haven't sufficiently trained him in the art of StreamYards. That is on me, everybody. So soon you will be getting Sexy Sam Smith, Triple S on the stream on his own. But until that point, you're getting delicious Dan Hargreaves and Diva Dom, because that's who I am now. I'm the heel of the podcast. But still, I didn't plan this because I wasn't going to bring it. But you know what? I've got to make the most of it while I've got it. Hold on a sec. Hold on.
Here we go. Don't lick it again. Don't lick it again.
There it is. I got it.
I think he's only got about 28 hours left with it, so it's fine.
Yeah. I'm not sure, though.
Yeah. Oh. Look at this.
No, don't do it again.
Sexy belt I've got here. Oh, still the Gimme a Hull Yeah champion for at least another day. Diva Dom in the house. Delicious Dan Hargreaves along with Sexy Sam Smith. We are here for SmackDown. There is a few people in the chat. Thank you very much. Danielle is in. How you do, Danielle? Nice to see you. I have returned. Yes, hello to the boys. Sam Steve.
That's my other name, remember? We established that last storyline last week.
Oh, is that a thing? Right, okay.
Well,
I'm so tired. I'm so tired, Sam. I'm so tired. What just happened? How have I just... I don't even know what the day is. I don't even know. The day yesterday, so much happened. It's now 1 a.m. effectively UK time on Saturday. We're doing all out, all in, all out. Shake it all about.
Full gear.
Full gear tomorrow. I'm doing the opening of Full Gear. I seem to have maybe potentially roped Sam into it earlier. So we'll be doing the opening. You don't have to. None of you are obligated to do this. You don't have to be here. You don't have to. But I'm glad you are. I'm very glad you both are to witness my final day as the Gimme a Hull Yeah champion. I am super proud to be representing the podcast on this SmackDown stream as its champion. Sorry, Sam, I didn't even ask you how you are.
I was going to say, aren't heels?
It doesn't matter how you are because I'm the Gimme a Hull Yeah champion. No, I'm kidding. I can't pull that off. Go on.
You've got to do it like, it doesn't matter. That's how you do it. You've got to have some bass.
Go for it.
Bass.
Tell me how you are.
Baritone. I was going to say, heel champions are meant to be delusionally confident. So you're meant to be like, I'll hold this forever. I'll never lose it.
No, I've already lost it. I lost it because I predicted Cesaro was going to win. Claudio was going to win. I know I've lost it. So unless I can pull it back with, what was the other one I could pull it back with? But it's also very unlikely. It's very unlikely. It's very unlikely. It was if Ethan
Give me a sec, I'll load it up.
It was if Ethan.
Yeah,
Ethan
you've
Page
got Ethan
won.
Page. Yeah.
So I could pull it back if Ethan Page wins, but that's pretty unlikely.
Yeah.
But right now, guys, I'm still the champion, so I'm going to hold this belt throughout this podcast and cherish it, hold it to myself. I've yet to do the naked photos. I'm going to do those tomorrow morning. I promised myself I would do it. Tom talks rubbish in with the super chat straight away. £8.99. Just got back from a charity event for mine where good friends of mine raised £2,000 for a great cause. Big
Brilliant
love, gents. Good to see you, Tom. Thank you very much for being here, mate, and thank you for the wonderful super chat. We are in on SmackDown. It is kicking off. We are on the then, the now, and the forever.
Together.
I'm excited for this episode, guys. I'm excited to be here with you. I am going to be running on, I think, I'll have been awake for 21 hours by the end of this stream if I do the whole thing. So I'm buzzed. There's a capacity crowd at SmackDown tonight. Dan, this will be your first SmackDown in a while. I know you did it when I was in Vietnam, didn't you? But how are you feeling about SmackDown?
I feel all right about it. Like I said, I've been enjoying SmackDown a little bit more than Monday Night Raw lately because it is a 3-hour show, and usually it's on my own, which makes it a lot harder.
It does. You make something a lot harder for me, Dan.
Yeah, your life.
So you sound a bit robotic there, but I got the fact that you prefer doing this to a 4-hour Raw. Is that the case?
3-hour Raw
broke
at the minute, yeah.
A little bit. 3-hour Raw, yeah.
Even that could be taken the wrong way.
Oh man, I'll take it the wrong way. I'll take it the right way. Whichever way you want it, I'll take it. So the Brawling Brutes are out here first, guys, looking very dapper with Drew McIntyre as well. Looks like they're positioning Sheamus to be the next challenger for Roman, guys. I don't know how you feel about that.
I think it makes sense. I don't think he's the guy to beat him, but they're kind of running out of challenges at this point. Because if you think about how long he's held it, nearly every major star has had a crack at him at some point. Some of them have had 2 or 3. So Sheamus makes sense. He's a big, big player these days. So now that he's a babyface, yeah, I'm for it. I think,
yeah.
After Clash at the Castle, something just changed, didn't it, with Sheamus? And I think you had to be in the room sometimes to kind of feel it as well. It was such an organic turn. So yeah, I'm all in. Nice, but I want him to go out on his shield valiantly. That's what I want.
Yeah, absolutely. And I'll ask Dan what he thinks about Sheamus as a potential challenger after I promote the fact that we have interviews with both Sheamus and Drew on this channel right here on the Gimme a Hole Yeah podcast. You can see our full interviews with Sheamus, done by a former UClan graduate as well, another wrestling writer that used to work for us. You can go and check that out on the podcast now. And you can also see 2, not 1, but 2. You can hear the second one because I didn't have anybody to do video, which is a mistake I will never make again. But yes, there is 1 video interview with Drew McIntyre and 1 audio interview and 1 video interview with Sheamus right here on the Gimme a Hole Yeah podcast. So go and check those out if you fancy. I should do the banner. Dan, while I do the banner, will you tell the people, the good people, what your thoughts are about Sheamus as a potential challenger for Roman?
With Sheamus, I think because of how good the match was at Clash at the Castle, because the one against Gunther was an absolute banger, I think that it made the match itself was what turned him the complete babyface. The match itself from start to finish, I mean, we was both in attendance, so we know that Sheamus was the de facto face in that match anyway because of Gunther's tactics as the heel. But the performance in the match just made it so much more powerful to turn him face straight away rather than wait for him to turn face in the future.
Mm-hmm.
It was the Anglophile thing as well, wasn't it? With obviously, Ireland being not part of the UK, but nearby and just over the water. I think everyone from Ireland that night was also kind of a hometown person, even though they're in a completely separate country, in a completely separate political union. Sheamus got, he had the home crowd thing, a little bit like Drew and other people did. Because he would instantly, even if he had been despicable heel in that match, I still think he would have had that. I felt anyway. Yeah,
it was cool. We've got Sheamus in the ring, basically telling us that he is back on the same page with Drew, that Drew and him are together, that they are a unit heading into Survivor Series War Games. It should be good. Sheamus looks good. Drew looks good. The Brutes look good. I'm obviously particularly interested in Butch this evening, as he's going to be in what many would say is a dream match potentially with Sami Zayn. And what are you doing, Dan? You trying to wind me in? Don't wind me in. Don't wind me
on the channel with.
What?
Who have we got an interview on the channel with?
Oh yeah, we interviewed Butch, didn't we? Oh yeah, there you go, nice one. Butch interview audio from Clash of the Castle. Go check it out. WWE section. Nice. I was like, what you winding
Keeping
me in?
Keeping you in check, don't worry.
Don't wind me in. Hey, don't keep me in check. You don't get to keep me in check. I'm still the champion. I keep myself in check.
Now.
Delicious.
Do we have a rematch clause?
What? Nobody gets a rematch clause. No.
Well.
I'm the greatest Give Me a Hell Yeah champion in history. There's only been 3.
That might be true. Who knows?
I was voted. I was actually.
Oh
voted,
yeah, you were.
Yeah.
I actually voted for you as well. I'm starting to regret it now.
Thanks, man.
I just kind of came on and thought, he's the one who pays my wages. I'll click that. There you go. But,
thanks, man.
That's what I was doing.
But buying my success. Drew's on now. What's he saying? I don't know. I should probably turn the volume up so I can hear. I can't.
You realise how big Drew is next to Sheamus?
Yeah, he's a big dude, yeah.
Yeah.
Have you not seen the photo of Dom doing the interview with him?
Yes, it's like...
Yeah, he does tower over me. It's true.
Oh, I'm glad they're friends again.
They are friends again, yeah.
I'm glad they're
shake hands.
Again.
They're hugging. The Brutes are...
Do we know who the 5th person is yet? There's rumours of it being Kevin Owens.
I heard that, but he's injured, isn't he?
No, is he?
Supposedly.
We got Ridge saying it's fight night. Telling Hartford it's fight night.
He needs a little bit more work on the mic, doesn't he, Ridge? He's a little bit robotic, a little bit rigid.
A little bit, yeah.
Should I say? He'll get better though. It's just experience, isn't it? He came up from NXT. He didn't have much time in NXT, much TV time before he was thrust onto SmackDown.
Oh, we're getting the 5th. We're getting the 5th man today, guys. Looks like.
Oh, who's this? Who this?
Yes. Thank you, Dan. Thank you very much. I appreciate you being here to tell me that. Yes. Is it Sami Zayn?
Speaking of Sami Zayn, I saw something funny on Twitter earlier today because I've been living on Twitter recently, and I saw Doja Cat tweeted out. If you don't know who that is, be very careful when you Google it.
I know.
Tweeted just the word "ussy." I think she was missing a letter. I'm not quite sure what she was trying to spell. And Sami Zayn comments beneath it, "Excuse me, it's spelt "ussy," which I thought was genius. Absolutely brilliant. But he's just great. There's nothing he can't do.
No, Sami says that he's feeling kind of oozy.
I did a little tribute to him earlier tonight as well with my own dog.
What did you do?
I got a picture of my dog just jumped into my face, so I took a picture. I just put my dog, like he did to Jim Cornette a few days ago.
Sami Zayn. Sorry, Sami Zayn just called himself Uzi in the sky with diamonds. I appreciate that. It's a nice comedy moment.
Oh, Butch isn't happy. Or Pete doesn't.
Well, then he's going to win War Games. It's got to be Kevin Owens, hasn't it? But he's injured.
Got to be.
It would make storyline sense, wouldn't it? Because he's obviously been feuding on and off with Sami since, Ring of Honor. So he's very brave coming out here on his own without his Samoan bodyguards.
Yeah. He can manage, though, because he's the honorary youth, of course.
Shayna saying it's the last thing you would expect. So that makes me think it's not Kevin Owens, because that's the first thing we'd expect.
Who could it be? Got to be a babyface.
Sheamus says he's going to crap his UCEY pants.
What if they went completely out there? Always one of his biggest matches that he's ever had in WWE.
What, Sami?
Yep.
Shinsuke.
Exactly.
Shinsuke in NXT.
Yep. Yeah. Nakamura's debut match, you probably wouldn't expect Nakamura, but I reckon he could go into a match like that because he's now full face. I think that could be a good surprise.
Yeah.
Sassy wants Kevin Owens. I think you might be a little bit ahead of me, Dan. I've just seen the Butch and Sami Zayn graphic.
I was about to say, I hope it isn't, as much as I like them both, I hope it isn't someone like Mustafa Ali or Ricochet going into WarGames. I think they're both awesome, but I think the match between them both would be pretty cool as well. But it's it's got to be someone with like storyline connection to Sami.
Right, we're getting Ricochet and Ricochet and Mustafa Ali now,
Mustafa
guys.
Ali.
I know we've seen this before, but I have a feeling this will be great, even though I think Ricochet is often best when he's up against someone who's a complete styles clash to him. I think when he's up against another flippy dude, it tends to kind of not devolve into just flippiness, but I don't think the storytelling is that good. When he's in with someone like Gunther or something, I'm paying attention straight away. Or Brock or someone. So this should be good.
Yeah, it's a complete it's a mismatch then. It's the underdog story, isn't it? You know what I mean? It's the big dude versus the small dude. It's classic. Dom, take your pills. What, my sleeping pills? I feel like I need to take something. Evening. Yes, thank you very much, Dan, for joining us. We appreciate it. Everyone welcoming Dan from Eve into the stream. Hey, sorry I'm late. I hurt my back and can't wait for Full Gear. Well, don't worry about it, mate. You are more than welcome to come in anytime you want, and we will be covering Full Gear right here today. Today, I was going to say tomorrow, but it's not, is it? It's not.
Yeah.
You
can't
go
to Full Gear. Start until Sunday.
Oh, yeah. Okay. So what time does the pre-show start in UK time?
12 midnight.
Murder, death, kill.
Yeah.
I might be asleep. I can't promise.
It's all right, mate. Don't worry. You should sleep. I've just obligated myself to do it till Anthony comes in, so that's what I'll do.
Well, that's why I was going to keep you company, wasn't I? But I don't know tomorrow night where the weekend will pull me. So,
don't worry, mate. Don't you worry about it. You're absolutely fine. There's no pressure. There's no pressure, mate.
Because my day tomorrow is going to involve sleeping until about 10 a.m., which is pretty good going considering. Yeah,
that sounds amazing.
Then it's going to be. I'm going to put a gym session in because I haven't put one of them in for about 3 days, and now I'm feeling a bit sluggish. You know what I mean? So get in there.
Yeah.
I might be naughty and just have a swim.
I was going to say, I don't have a clue. I don't know what sluggish is before a gym or after a gym.
You make a rod for your own back when you go because you
the
get
only
to that
gym
point.
that I know is Pokemon gyms. That's all I know.
I've been enjoying those as well for the past couple of days. Quick shout out to the Dixerto guides we've done for Pokemon. We've done bloody hundreds of them, and it's awesome.
Hard to sit down, so I'm laying in bed watching SmackDown and you guys, so I'll be joining you guys. Small Michael, you take it easy, rest yourself up. We are happy to be in your ears or in your eyes, wherever we are at the moment. I know you're watching SmackDown as well. We're very grateful. We're all very tired, so we appreciate any attention that you give us, and also make sure that you rest. That is paramount. If you need to turn us off or you need to rest up, it's no problem, but we appreciate you being here. Look after yourself, of course. This is turning out to be an all right show. I mean, I know we've only seen one segment and that Sami thing, but that was entertaining, guys. Quite an entertaining little segment.
Nice, simple, straight to the point, really.
Yeah.
And sometimes the best storytelling is that way for me.
Yeah.
Absolutely, yeah. Thanks, you guys. Sassy, love you guys. Love you too, mate. Absolutely. Praying for you, Mox, buddy. Hope it gets better. Yes, indeed. We are all here to support Michael. We all want to make sure you get better, mate. Yeah. Let's hope for a good SmackDown then, eh? Let's hope for a good SmackDown since we're all here. I think this is the first time the three of us have done it, so it's quite nice. Quite nice. At first, only give me a whole year podcast.
No, it's not.
Oh.
We've all three of us have done it once before.
Yes, I think he's right. The first time we did a fatal three-way.
A fatal three-way, indeed. Right, ZJI is in. Hello, nice to see you, ZJI. That's a nice image you've got there of a cup of tea. I love tea. Oh wait, the Wyatt thing. Oh, it's okay. It's fine. It's fine. Okay. Bray Wyatt makes amends tonight, guys. He's making amends for something. He can make amends in my pants. Oh, God, I'm excited. Oh.
Speaking of cups of teas, Dan, he had a cup of tea in the pub earlier tonight, which was, I suppose he was driving, so what else are you going to do? But it was pretty cool. I go to the bar, said a pint for me, this for Jess, and can I get she goes, a cup of tea or a pot of tea? I said, I'll get him a pot of tea. So let's get him a pot.
Spoil him.
It was lovely. It was really nice of you. It was a lovely evening. For those interested, I was impressed in today supporting some students. And then I met up with Sam. We had a nice little meal. And it was cool. We had a little hangout. I had a cup of tea, and then I came back and pretty much about 45 minutes maybe, and then I came on here. So yeah, it's maybe an hour, but yeah, it was not much of a break. So I'm happy to be here. Interesting, guys. Going back to the action, Mustafa Ali is selling his ribs, and they're making a deal out of. They're making a deal out of the fact that Mustafa Ali is obviously selling ribs that he got attacked by Bobby Lashley on Raw.
I like it. Tell me if I'm wrong, but weren't Lashley and Mustafa Ali mates a few weeks ago? Didn't they have a little powwow in the locker room?
I think they did. Yeah, continuity on Raw isn't great, is it, Dan?
No.
Dan is our Raw correspondent. He does Raw every week without fail, which is legendary. I still have no idea why. But I'm glad that you do.
No, I don't either. I question myself every time I wake up on a Tuesday morning at 12:15. Every single week I question myself, thinking I could be completely asleep right now.
Yeah.
And then I wake up and I think,
right,
I know, but my manager needs to see me.
We all love seeing you. Mate.
I know, but my manager wants to see me more than anyone.
Yeah. Wait, what? Hang on.
Right, what? I was just about to say. I was going to explain it for Sam.
You cut out. You cut out there for me. What is that? That sounds really serious. Are you all right? You can't.
My manager sees me.
What?
My manager needs to see me. Sassy is my manager.
Oh right, yeah. Sorry, I freaked out for a second. You cut out, and I was like, wait. I was like, has somebody gone? You can't do the podcast anymore. Yeah, it's a terrible way to promote. I don't know. I don't know what I'm saying. So just to recap, guys, we saw Ricochet check on Mustafa Ali to make sure that he was all right. He was kind of looking after him, saying, "Don't fight because you're ill and injured." And Mustafa Ali said, "No, I want to fight." And here we are, guys. So this would have been if Mustafa Ali was healed and fully healthy. I would have called this a bit of a dream match myself. For me personally, I'm hugely into both of these guys. Yeah, interesting though. Interesting pairing. Obviously, Mustafa Ali injured, so you got to give this to Ricochet, have you not?
Yeah, I sense a heel turn potentially.
Yeah. Maybe. What I have not done, guys, and I do apologize for that, is I have not done the poll. So I will.
Already done it. Done it.
Well done, mate. Well done.
And I've done the banner.
Done the banner as well. Good lad. Let me see. I'm changing the title of the video.
Ivan the Killer of Thanos. I am Iron Man. I'm going to change my name to that. I'm going to change my name on by default to that.
Yeah. Comes in with some awesome names every week. Sometimes it'll be Ivan the Destroyer, Ivan the Killer. So they're always great names for him, Ivan.
Yeah, we appreciate
Ivan alone is an awesome name. If you're called Ivan,
it is,
no one's
isn't
gonna mess with
it?
you.
Legit. Yeah. It's a great name. You should be proud of that, Ivan. I don't think we've ever spoken in our long history together with you being part of our community about how cool your name is. It is
Ivan is the guy who goes around all the oil rigs in like Russia, just battering everybody, in cage matches and stuff. That's who Ivan is. Yeah. You don't mess with Ivan. You don't carjack Ivan. Ivan will mess you up.
Ivan will F you up.
Ivan's the one taking the title off Gunther.
Yeah, he's coming for yours as well, Dom. He's gonna get proud of it.
Yeah, well, you've got a day if you want it, and then it's going to. I believe it's actually going to Dan. Thankfully, I don't really care if it goes to Dan, because Dan's all right. It's Anthony with the belt is insufferable. Like I'm not that bad.
Have you not seen yourself?
I'm not that bad, but Anthony's the worst with that belt.
Is it going to be like Nick Aldis when he lost it in NWA? He almost was like he came out of a fog and was like, I can't believe how I've been carrying this belt. He was happy to lose it almost because he turned face and found himself again. Is it going to be like that? Are you going to have some epiphany where you're like, oh,
yeah, maybe, man, maybe.
I'm married to Mickey James. Everything's fine.
I mean, everything's great. Segue. There's an interview with Nick Aldis on this channel. Probably the longest interview I've ever done because he just talked the whole time. So yeah, go and check that out in our NWA interviews section. It was a lovely chat. It was about a year ago, so not around all the controversy. At the time, he loved the NWA. And interestingly enough, when I spoke to Billy Corgan 3 weeks ago, he loved Nick Aldis. So obviously times can change. Interesting time to be a wrestling fan. Interesting time to be a fan of the NWA. Anyway, I'm gonna lose that belt, and I'm quite sad about it. But if it goes to Dan, I'll be all right.
I've got to tell you this, Dan. So Dom ordered a massive plate of chicken wings. Well, actually, I ordered it for him because I couldn't remember if he told me small plate or big plate. So I ordered him this massive plate, and he couldn't finish them because no mere mortal could. I was hovering over them like a vulture, like follow the buzzards. And as soon as I was confident he didn't want any more, I was like, I'll take them off you if you want, mate. And after I'd eaten about 8 of them, I thought, hang on a minute. He licked that belt yesterday, and now I'm eating his chicken wings. I'm like, whatever he got from that belt, I now have. So there we are.
Yeah, so you've got ants diseases on you now.
Yeah. So ants bacon grease. We all know what he's talking about.
I definitely, he definitely paged that belt with Becky and his bacon grease. So I think, I legit had a sore throat. Like,
no.
Yeah, I legit had a sore throat earlier. So I'm sorry, dude.
However, I wake up tomorrow morning. It's my own fault. They were worth it. They were worth it.
They were really good. They were really good. It was just, it was not something I could do. Although on that note, I do have, because I haven't actually eaten since those the wings. So I bought myself some mini donuts to accompany myself on the stream. So I'm gonna break one of them out.
What donuts have you got?
Mini chocolate donut.
Do you want me to raise you?
Go on.
Look chocolate like chip and toffee.
They look like
cookies.
A little bum hole. Look. Sorry, chocolate chip and toffee cookies.
I was eating a muffin the other day with Jess. I was there just eating this muffin. And
Is that a euphemism?
Oh yeah. No, God, my in-laws don't watch this. And then eating their muffin. Anyway, and then I said, is this going to make me all angry and start smacking people backstage? It's one of those muffins, is it? One of them from Chicago. And she's like, I have no idea what you're talking about. So it's an all-out reference, for God's sake.
Brawl out.
Brawl out, that's it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Every time I can't eat a muffin now without thinking, CM Punk rage.
So me and Sam were talking about this earlier, right? The best thing that could happen tomorrow is if CM Punk returns.
No chance. Not even.
They brought back the Elite.
There's probably more chance of Vince McMahon turning up.
If CM Punk is an adult, right, and they've brought back the Elite, then surely they can all just agree to disagree and call it quits, and and then for the betterment of AEW, CM Punk can return. Anyway, have a think in the chat. What do you guys think? CM Punk returns tomorrow at AEW. as we are covering a WWE stream because we're here on SmackDown. As Mustafa Ali seems to be in control of Ricochet with a nice cross body. Ooh, lovely roll through by Ricochet there, catching.
Roll up by Ricochet into
Ooh,
a Falcon Arrow.
Michinoku driver.
I think Ricochet is going to get a little bit more desperate to put him away here. I think we might see some naughty Ricochet. I'm desperate for him to turn heel. That's all. I'm fantasy booking his heel turn.
I am quite liking the graphics around the edge of the ring with the flags of each country. It's different, very different.
Where's Ali from? Because he's from Chicago, isn't he?
Israel, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, right. I see.
In terms of his original lineage, I think it's Israel.
That's what they're doing, isn't it? They're like
that's the flag.
They've got two Americans. So Ricochet's selling Mustafa Ali's resilience here. Oh, he rolled out of the way. Mustafa Ali rolled out of the way.
He botched that a little bit as well. He hit his face. That was going to hurt. He's got him. You're not getting out of that, Ricky.
No. Oh, no, he's getting his foot to the ropes.
Oh.
No, he can't do it.
You're going night-night.
So it's his father is from Pakistan and his mum is from India.
Oh, right. Okay, cool.
Hello, Bernard. Nice to see you. No return right now. I saw next year Double or Nothing. We'll have to see. Rumor is Punk considering legal action. I did hear that, but yeah.
But
we'll see.
Supposedly Tony Khan is looking at paying him out of the contract, and they're looking at supposedly, I think it's 8 figures.
Jeepers creepers, man.
So you're looking at minimum of 10 million to get rid of him.
Jeez.
That's nuts,
yeah.
Isn't it?
And that's incredible because that must mean that he was way more in the wrong than the other side. And I've been quite critical of the other side too because of the culture. But that they kind of, I believe they may or may not foster. But he must have behaved abominably for them to be paying that much to get rid of him. I saw a story today about CM Punk, I think it's something Meltzer said on Observer Radio about the relations with him in AEW are worse than they've ever been because of Colt Cabana coming back for that match. And I was like, well, that goes against everything he said at that press conference about not caring.
That's where, to me,
Ooh,
that was big thing of CM
Sorry,
Punk.
guys.
No, you're okay. That was a big point of CM Punk's not coming back because Colt Cabana's back. Because we haven't seen Colt Cabana pretty much for the past year.
Yeah.
So with him and CM Punk having that feud, obviously completely personal, it might be where CM Punk said to Tony Khan, if I'm on your show, he's nowhere to be seen. Because he wasn't actually doing a lot. And then as soon as the investigation into All Out is finished, I think Tony Khan and his man is basically using Colt Cabana to stick 2 fingers up.
Yeah, I thought that.
That's what it feels like to me.
I would have done that too, I think. I would have done that too. But if it's true, like if he really, really did do that, and then that means the allegations leveled against him by the elite, it kind of exonerates them and Adam Page from his silly going to business for himself as well. Which, if that's the case, all right, yes, they were a little bit unprofessional, but it kind of makes him the bad guy.
There wasn't technically in the wrong. Yeah,
it kind of makes him the bad guy, and that's a shame in a way. Because
Just going back to SmackDown, guys, Ricochet's picked up the win after a hard-fought match against Mustafa Ali. That's probably my favorite. Well, it's the first match of the night, but it's my favorite one. They did a really good job there. Obviously, a couple of botches.
Finish was beautiful.
Yeah, that was a great finish. Is Pinhead? Sorry, is Pinhead in the House of Black? Apparently, Ivan says the Pinhead's in the House of Black or a House of Black promo. Interesting. It must be to promote the new series. There's a new series out at the moment. TK will let his contract run out. Plus, the locker room will not work with him. Yeah, fair enough. Just recap.
Another point of that is if you remember when it was Triple H in the ring with CM Punk, one of the best promos that he did, Triple H actually said to CM Punk, and you can go back and verify everything that he said, you're only interested in bettering the business if it benefits you.
Yeah. No, I remember that. Yeah.
And with stuff like that, the Elite pretty much have come out and said the same thing. Tony Khan hasn't said the same thing in as many words, but is sort of hinted at that exact point as well.
Yeah.
So to me, there's that many people saying the same thing that there can't be a coincidence.
This is nice little display. Sorry, here, guys.
Yeah. Oh, nice, yeah, that is
lovely little display by Ricochet helping Mustafa Ali to the back, asking the crowd to cheer. So we're not getting that Ricochet heel turn yet, guys.
Lay him out, Ricochet. Lay him out. Give in to the darkness. Anyway. Oh.
So on the poll, Ricochet got 78%.
Oh, wow. I'm just going to step away for a moment, guys, because my cat is doing this on the door to get in. I don't know if you can hear him, but I can. He's doing my head in, so I'm going to let him in. We can't,
not sat here, or I can't.
No worries, mate. No worries. You do what you got to do. We're just seeing Jimmy and Jay are arguing with Sami about. I'll bring you out. Oh, he's done it. Jay and Jimmy are arguing with Sami about the fact he shouldn't have gone out. Shouldn't have gone out there, Dan, and guaranteed a win at War Games. Bloodline business to handle, says Jimmy.
The problem with it, I was looking at going to Spiders next week because I'm off next Sunday for a change. But I think this is on the Saturday night, isn't it?
What?
War Games is on Saturday night.
Yeah, man. Sorry, dude. I mean, you can go to Spiders. I probably will pick War Games over Spiders.
I probably will.
Yeah. Another rumor is Elite is not out of the woods yet either. Possibly stay MVPs, but Danielson, Jericho, and Mox getting more responsibility. Interesting.
I mean, they are locker room leaders. They are complete veterans of the industry. And they've got a lot of clout backstage.
Yeah, no, makes complete sense, yeah. Makes complete sense as to why they would do that. And going back to what you and Sam were saying, I'm sorry, I feel like we should keep AEW chat on a Smackdown stream to like breaks, but I'm like, sometimes it's good debating it. We all loved CM Punk, and but you know, I think it's in Punk's interest to make it work with AEW. I know he can get a 10 million payout, but
minimum, I think, by the sounds of it, yeah.
Surely his wrestling deal was more than that.
It is, but if you end a contract early, you sometimes get it a bit cheaper, don't you? So that's what I think. That's what Tony Khan's looking at. Is if I keep him for the next 3 years, it might cost me 20 million or whatever.
Yeah, I see.
But if I say to him, I'm going to buy the contract out, I'm going to pay you a lump sum to get rid of you. That's the only thing that I can think of.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, it makes total sense. Makes absolute sense. Sam's done about. I've just seen Sam pop into the frame. He's done about 3 costume changes today. He went from wearing like an OG Bullet Club t-shirt to now he's wearing a Shield t-shirt. You guys can't see that, but you can now. So earlier on, when I met Sam, he was wearing Shield and Balor Club gear, and now he's wearing Shield gear. Like, man, I appreciate the costume changes. I appreciate the effort you go into.
She said to me the other week, we were in the gym, and she was like, "Can you not wear anything other than a wrestling t-shirt?" I was like, "No, I can't." And she was like, "What I got with you?" She was like, "You had all these nice clothes, and now it's just Bullet Club this, Bullet Club that." I was like, Well, you married me now. So.
Amazing.
She bought me half of them. I wouldn't mind. She bought half of them. But anyway, there we are.
I appreciate it. It's all good, man. It's all good. So Sassy's made an interesting point. Looks like Chelsea Green is returning. Yeah, that'd be good.
Yeah.
There is an interview with Chelsea Green over on Soundsphere, not on Give Me a Hull yet, if anybody's interested in that. There's a bunch of interviews with Matt Cardona, who is also rumored to be returning to WWE.
Package deal.
Yeah, Chelsea Green, though, is a good investment. You got to believe. Massive. She's done very well in the Indies, with and without Matt Cardona since she left. So I think it's a good investment for WWE if they're going to do it.
Question for you
We
both.
got that last. I was going to say just before that. Sorry, she's had such a troubled run in WWE. She's debuted on the main roster, got injured, disappeared. Then she got in, came back, got injured. Broke her wrist, I think it was, then disappeared and then got released. So on the main roster, she's had a very bad time. So if she does return, hopefully it does go a lot better.
Yeah, no, I imagine it will. I really do. I think, they can't really mess up Cardona and Chelsea Green this time round because they're obviously massive on the Indies. So, I imagine they can negotiate their own deals, particularly Cardona. Dom, you missed it yesterday. If you go to the London AEW show, would love to meet you there as I want to go. Yeah, me and Sam were talking about this earlier. We were talking about how much effort you put into your interviews and how lucky we are to have your support, Tom. I would love to meet you face to face, mate. Yeah, if we can make it work, I'd love to. Absolutely.
Tom, one way or another, mate, I'm going to be there one way or another. I don't, be it via press pass or raiding my bank account. Either way, I'm going to be there.
Ooh.
So we're going to make that happen.
Oh, wow. USA and Wales. I didn't know that's a good first game. I might watch that.
Come on, Wales.
Oh, Bray Wyatt makes amends. Oh, what are we doing? More glitchy promos. God damn it. Come on. Give it to me.
Like whatever you've given me on that belt with them chicken wings. But we'll soon know.
Mate.
We'll soon know. I was going to ask you, does Cardona come back as Zack Ryder? Or does he continue?
Is already confirmed Zack Ryder is completely dead. He would never sign to WWE if they was giving him that character.
Interesting, because I had a couple of chats on social media with people about this, because I'm still of the view where obviously this Matt Cardona run in Impact, in NWA, in GCW has been the best run of his career, 100%, and now he's going back there, like he's gone away and learned a new hold, or 12, and come back, as they say in the business, but I still think, because WWE is just such a monster and its tendrils reach so far, I still think Zack Ryder has more name value. Not more value, just more name value, more marketing, branding value. That's just me. I'm happy for either one to return because they buried the ever-loving you-know-what out of Zack Ryder, and there was so much potential there. I don't know. I don't know if they're missing a trick if they don't give the Zack Ryder character the push he deserves, maybe with Chelsea or separately or whatever. But if he's already confirmed it, then obviously it is what it is.
Yeah, it did come out and he did confirm in an interview that Zack Ryder as a character is completely dead. Yeah.
That's what I thought. We're just getting a recap of the excellent Usos and New Day match last week. We were surprised how good it was, given that we've seen it 5,000 times, weren't we, Sam? The Usos and New Day match was great. Okay, we got Caleb. Go on, mate. Sorry.
Xavier Woods is doing an attempt at Movember, and I'm proud of his effort.
Oh, he looks good. He looks great. Actually, I like it.
Looks like a little caterpillar.
He looks like Rocky Johnson. What I think. Look at him. Kofi's like,
so we have promoted a lot of the interviews that Dom's done for Impact and for sort of Soundsphere and WWE, but Tom Talks Rubbish has actually done interviews with us. Me,
indeed,
Dom,
all of us, indeed, yeah. So let's promote those.
Has he done one with you, Sam?
Yeah, he's done one with me. I was thinking, has he done one with you, Dom?
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh right, okay. I haven't seen that one. I've seen yours, Dan. I haven't seen yours, Dom. I'm going to go and watch that.
Yeah.
I thought you were being evasive, and he hadn't got you yet. He hadn't pinned you down for 45 minutes.
He's had me 3 times as Tom.
Came back for more.
Indeed. So we've got Imperium in sort of answering the New Day. The New Day will talk about challenging for the titles eventually. Segue. We have interviewed Walter and Ludwig Kaiser, as he's known now, from Imperium. You could check those out right here on the Gimme a Hell Yeah podcast if I was interested. Interesting to see. Are they doing German? Are they doing stereotyping and grabbing the buttocks to do the stance?
Little bit.
Makes me awkward when they do that in WWE. I kind of hope they just mature out of that now. We're in the
No way. The New Day just called Walter Lurch.
Here lies Kofi Kingston. 2022. Look at, he hasn't even moved his face. Look at that. Oh, he blinked. See, I want them to turn Walter, what's he called? Bloody Gunther, into like a mega monster heel. Make that IC title mean everything. Oh, here's Madcap.
Madcap Moss, and there's Emma, who's crushing on her actual boyfriend.
Oh, they together in real life. Oh, nice.
Yeah.
I hope they don't bring back the Emelina thing. It was god awful.
No, I don't think they ever will.
Good. Let her just be the Aviators. It's all about me. That's all they need to do.
I still think they should have brought her in as Tennille Dashwood.
Yeah, I agree with you. It's just such a cool name.
Yeah.
I hate her as a babyface, though.
Yeah. I mean, I did quite like the original Emma with the stupid dancing with Santino Marella. I thought that was crazy fun and entertaining. But then when she redeveloped the Emma character that she is now, I did think that was a lot stronger. But I just liked the stupid dancing that she did. It was just really funny and entertaining for me.
Yeah, no, I remember it fondly. I remember her more fondly than the actual Santino's gimmick.
Emma's great. Emma's fantastic. I'm so glad she's back. Well, it looks like we're getting a Madcap Moss and Karrion Kross. Madcap Moss, Karrion Kross feud because Madcap Moss was embarrassed by Karrion Kross a few weeks ago. Okay, so let's put that on the banner and then we'll do a little vote.
I'll do the poll.
You do the poll. Thank you, Dan. Oh, yes, Sam.
Yes.
Sam, did you want to try and do some admin?
I'm happy to. Yes.
Yeah. You want to go off and do like just sort of just try. So Dan, if you do the poll, I know because you need to know how to do the poll, don't you as well? Well, don't worry about that right now. Let's do one thing at a time. So Sam, if you go off, and what I'd like you to do, God, I sound like a flipping teacher. What I'd like you to do, mate, if you can, is I want you to put the banner across, which is going to be Madcap Moss versus Karrion Kross, please.
Okay. Do I have to come off to do that, or can I do it? Can I do it while still connected?
You could do it. Yeah, of course you can. You could do it right now. You
can do it right now. Okay, so AEW 5 banners.
We've not made it easy for you. I'm sorry, mate. You go.
Create banner.
Go into AEW. Scroll down. You've got on now the Bloodline, which is the second to bottom.
Got it.
Yeah, just edit that. I sound like a driving instructor.
That's okay. I need to learn.
What else is there? And then there's obviously the comments you know how to do.
Paul's already in, ready to go.
Who's he versus?
Karrion Kross.
Karrion Kross. Awesome.
Karrion Kross is going to squash him, I think.
Oh, totally.
Did anybody remember a Clash at the Castle? Madcap Moss was the first guy who came out, I think. So I popped the loudest for Madcap when that hit on the Tron. I was
him and the Street Profits.
Yes,
he's great, man. He's great. Madcap Moss is awesome. I love him.
Okay, so save and show. Is it show? Yeah.
Click. Yeah, just click it.
There you go.
There you go. There's your banner. Right, well done, mate. Well done.
But that was easy. You won't ever need to show me that again. Done.
Right. Okay. So that was the banner. There's no. I don't think there's anything else. Is there? Unless you want to do like an ad. Not like an ad. Like the intro. So if you come on, you press live, which you know how to do, right? It's just in that top corner. So if you were doing it on your own, you would
live top corner.
Where it says end broadcast. Now don't click on that.
It would say go live.
It would say go live. So you click on that before we start, and then you come straight on. You're like, hey guys, welcome to the GAHY podcast. All good. And then you would go to brand.
Mm-hmm.
And then you would go to, we can do it right now. We can just do one quickly while the break's on. And you would go to
scroll down to sponsor.
I was going to say, should we do Chip Spice?
Okay, yeah. So if you go to video clips, and just scroll down, just click on it when you're ready.
Hang on a minute, just finding it. So I'm on video clips, Gangrel. Oh dear, there's Shotzi, Sami. Where's Chip? American Chip Spice. Let's do it.
There you go.
Hang on.
Hi guys, it is Dom here from the Gimme a Hull Yeah Wrestling podcast. This episode is proudly sponsored by Hull's own original American Chip Spice. If you'd like to find out more about this delicious seasoning, you can do so at americanchipspice.co.uk or linktree.com/chipspice. That's CHIPSPIC. I'm excited, I hope you are too. Hull yeah! There you go. That was your ad. And there's a Chip Spice that I took Sam earlier. Dan, is there anything else? I don't think there is, to be fair. I think it's that simple.
I'll remember that, and I'll remember that. So we're good there.
There's the overlay. Okay, there you go.
Yeah.
At the end, when you do you do one of the outros. So, bye guys, see you later. You'd put Darby on or Gangrel or whoever. And then immediately, as that's happening, because it doesn't actually come on, you would click in overlay. Yeah, and you would click the full blank like that, right? So that's what we put on at the end. So that, when we've finished, that's what we have on, right?
Righto.
So
we'll do that at the end.
We'll do that together. And also, don't forget to mute yourself, obviously, after the ad is finished at the end, because obviously otherwise you can hear us, breathing or whatever, at the end. So, yeah, like pretty much. Creepily. So I think that's it. I mean, obviously we could do the poll. You could learn how to do the poll and stuff. I mean, that's easy enough. We'll just log you into the YouTube. That's all kind of cross bridge when we come to it, sort of stuff. I think. So I think we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. But
that stuff's easy enough, though. It's fairly user friendly.
At the moment, this stuff is gonna help you if, for example, I have to leave or Dan has to leave. So, you'd be able to cover it on your own that way. Nice one, mate. I think you're all good. We have the different overlays as well, obviously, that aren't, so obviously if you click the full blank one, which is the full screen, but we have like a Dynamite overlay, a Smackdown overlay, which when you're on your own looks pretty cool. So you can click on those. But like I say, it's all stuff we could do as Madcap Moss and Karrion Kross.
To answer your question, Ivan, sorry, because he's asking who's the sponsor. And here you go. So it's American Chip Spice from Hull. So it's like red salt, but better. Basically.
Absolutely. Sorry, I'm mumbling because I'm tired. Just pull up your comments, as you're doing them. Just pull them up on the screen, Just practice that. There you go. Take it off. Yeah, put another one on. Hang on. Ivan, I've got a much thicker skin now. I've been doing this for a long time. I'm not scared anymore. I can see what's behind me. Right? In the kitchen, it was different. I couldn't see what was in the oven. I couldn't see what was on the sides. But I'm not in the wrestling kitchen anymore. I'm in the wrestling office. So
you didn't see the little children walking behind you with no eyes.
Shut up, Dan.
That's terrifying.
Dan. I'm a massive.
That's a good one for one of my stories. That I'm gonna nick that.
I'm a massive. I'm not good with horror. I'm not good with horror, Dan.
But you like
Sam.
Bray Wyatt?
It's cartoony horror. You ever want to scare someone if you go around their house, right? Go upstairs, use their bathroom or something. Come down and say, "Why does that little boy at the top of the stairs look so sad?"
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Oh my God. No. No.
Horrendous, isn't it?
Oh my days. Oh, Jesus Christ.
Defend me, Chip Spice.
I keep him nearby just because I know Dom's a little bit freaked out by it.
Is it the thing from Toy Story? Is it like the baby with the spider legs from Toy Story?
No, it's just literally a random porcelain doll's head that's been cracked.
Oh.
That's all it is.
Well, that's pleasant.
So Madcap Moss in with the clothes on it. I feel like Karrion Kross and Scarlett have this weird BDSM thing going on because they just like laugh and they look like they're having a great time when they're choking other people. But then
she's always wearing sort of something provocative that's got spikes all over it as well.
Yeah, that's true. Hi guys, hi Daniel, nice to see you. Sassy welcoming Daniel back as Madcap Moss hits the shoulder blocks on Karrion Kross. Madcap Moss and Karrion Kross is a bit like Christine Cage and Hangman Adam Page in a steel cage.
With Ethan
Page.
On Rampage. With Ethan Page.
And the former Page, the artist formerly known as Page. We're not going to get distracted by, what's her name? Zelina Vega this week, are we? Dan, were you there for that? We all embarrassed ourselves. Awfully.
Yeah, we did. Yeah,
we really did.
That was insane. Yeah, Anthony was a bit hammered, so he was being a bit over the top, but we were also being over the top.
He did do a very nice apology, though, on Wednesday night Dynamite for you.
Yeah, did you see that?
He did. I saw it. Yeah, it cracked me up. I watched it in bed, would you believe? I was on my iPad. I thought,
you did, nice. Yeah. Sam watches us in bed, Dan. And if that is not success, I don't know what is.
Read into that what you will.
When someone watches us in bed when they could be cuddling their other half or doing whatever, I feel like that is success. As Karrion Kross is locked in the cross jacket and he's tapping out.
Oh, he's tapped. There's no shame. There's no shame, Madcap. Oh, let him go, you bully.
I still don't know why. I find it unusual when Madcap's when he's got it on, he puts his hand to his ear.
Yeah,
it just looks really, really weird and doesn't look like it's actually doing anything.
Yeah.
If he went like that and put it behind their head and pressed the head forward, it'd look a lot more vicious.
Emma's coming out. Emma's coming out.
I was like, who's that then? I'm still used to her being back. Fun fact, on Karrion Kross's back, he's got a tattoo of Hearn the Hunter, who's basically a popular British ghost story associated with stories of the Wild Hunt. So there you go, bit of trivia.
There you go, nice little bit of trivia there. Thanks, Sam. Emma there. Go on, Dan.
67% of people thought Madcap Moss was going to win that one. Only a third of people thought it would be Karrion Kross.
Guys, Bray Wyatt's up next. Guys. He wants to make amends for his actions last week. What's he going to do? Sorry, I'll cover that. I'll think objectively. So we've got to say that Karrion Kross and Scarlett are going to be feuding with Madcap Moss and Emma from now on, don't you? Which is, a little sad because Karrion Kross was in the main event scene a few weeks ago. But I'm fine with it. I love Emma. I love seeing Emma on the screen. That's Madcap Moss's Emma, not my Emma. But I also love my Emma. I love my Emma more than I love that Emma because that'd be weird if I didn't. But yeah, so
you never know if she's watching. You never know. Could be watching in bed like I do.
I hope so. I love when Emma watches.
She does watch in bed every so often.
She does, yeah. She's real supportive.
Usually when Dom's been super loud because Bray Wyatt's on screen.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
If Emma wakes up in the next 10 minutes,
I woke her up when we did Extreme Rules reaction. I actually woke her up. She thought it was one of the boys having a nightmare.
No.
France will win the World Cup.
Oh,
no, I don't think so.
I've bet Belgium.
He's going to face LA Knight. Could do. Give me a whole signing AEW. You should do it, Dom. Loser has to make an embarrassing sign. I'm not lost yet. I don't lose till tomorrow. And also, I'm not losing right now because right now...
Here we go. Diva Dom.
There we go. I've just muted him.
Right now, I'm still the Gimme a Whole Year champion. More of a champion than anybody else here. Yeah.
I feel like a champion in the gym tomorrow. I feel like
It's
a
a
champion
beautiful.
then.
It's a beautiful battle. Yeah, you'll feel like a champion in the gym. That's true, Sam. I'm gonna feel like a champion in the bedroom when I'm rubbing my balls all over this belt when I am taking photos of myself naked with it, so that when Dan inevitably gets it back, because it's probably going to be Dan that wins, he knows that my balls have been all over the inside and all over the outside. So that's this bit here. They're gonna go.
Teabag belt.
So I'm gonna wear it. I'm gonna wear it. I'm gonna wear it first, and then I'm gonna wear it and stand up. I've thought about this a lot. I'm gonna wear it and stand up, and put it on, dangle it on my hips, and then I'm gonna wear it lying down in the Shawn Michaels pose. So,
Anyway, we were talking in the pub before, Dan, about how we shouldn't swear on the podcast because obviously it's monetized and that damages things, etc.
Always him.
Hey, what?
But apparently they're cool with us rubbing our balls on things, so that's all right. We can talk about that. We can talk about teabagging belts, but saying the F word is a no-no.
Yeah, absolutely. That is the logic. Yes, Karen Cross has so much potential now. Triple H is here. I would have thought so. Yes, I would have thought so a few weeks ago. Dan, next,
now.
Give me a whole year champ. Yeah, I think so.
Obviously.
You guys gonna watch the England game 1:00 Monday afternoon?
I'll probably
have
watch
it in the background.
Yeah, I'll probably watch it. I'll probably watch it.
We won't be sort of here doing it.
Yeah, I'll probably watch it in the background. Hey, me and Dan won the title. We want to tag team. Oh, you want to tag team? Yeah, fair enough.
Who are England playing in the first round? Does anybody? Because I haven't paid any attention.
I think is it Iran that we've got? I think.
Oh God.
Oh, Sami Zayn and Butch coming up, which would be cool. Dom has become Paige with the Divas belt. Yeah, that's right.
The question is, who's Brad Maddox and Xavier? Anyway.
Oh, the lights are off. No. The lights are off, guys.
Do you want to update the banner, Sam?
Shit! Quick!
Oh man,
no,
the theme.
You don't have to do it quick.
The Code Orange theme is playing, guys. Yes. I love it.
So take this, ramp it up by about 10, and this is what it was like.
That's it. I saw it.
There's the door there. The door's there, guys. He's coming. He's coming out. I love this theme too. I love this theme. Code Orange are awesome.
Do you know what it reminds me of? I was thinking the other day, obviously it reminds me of Code Orange, but I was thinking, what else does it remind me of in wrestling? It reminds me of Jimmy Havoc's A Fire Inside, I Hope You Suffer tune from Progress. For some reason, I don't know. Do you know what I mean? I was thinking,
you seem to be cutting out a bit, Sam, but...
no.
Because I didn't hear what it reminded you of, but right... What does it remind you of?
Am I back? Am I back in the room?
You are.
Oh, good. Yeah, I said it reminds me of Jimmy Havoc's old Progress tune from of A Fire Inside. I Hope You Suffer. It's called. It reminds me of that. It's a good tune. Similar kind of. I know there's differences between AFI and Code Orange are quite different, but I think those tracks there's similar. I don't know. It might be.
Yeah.
Here he is.
So there he is. There he's out there. He's got the lamp. He's bringing himself out here. I love it. He looks like he's got some wrestling gear on, guys, underneath his jacket. Interesting. Or he's got his tight. He's got something on.
The 5 legs are out.
Type thing.
Yeah, man, this is awesome. I love it so far. Look at all those fireflies out here. Yeah, I love it. Man, when Bray is at WrestleMania and fans know the prices, the prices to his theme, it's going to be the words to his theme. Yeah, it's going to be crazy. England are playing Iran. Okay, cool.
Yeah,
thank you for that.
1:00.
And we'll win the whole year championship. Daniel, I'm really sorry to disappoint you, but Dan has chosen the most logical answers for the pay-per-view. So I would imagine that Dan is winning. But Anthony appreciates your support, Daniel. He really does.
Although Dan is up against Tony Khan's booking, so
I took the title off of Anne on an AW show.
Well, there you go. Then I stand erected and corrected.
You stand erected. You stand erected.
Bray Wyatt's here.
I'm erected. I'm erected. I'm fully erect right now, guys. You can't see
all those young minds he was influencing today.
You can't see it because
all
the
those
belt.
Young minds.
But
all the stars of tomorrow, the stars of journalism tomorrow.
Yeah,
are all tuning into this and seeing him like, I'm fully erected. I'm the champ.
yeah. We did have one of the people, they followed the podcast on Twitter earlier. So my name is Bray Wyatt.
Man.
He's being conditioned, guys, to be a certain way. We'll recap on this, guys. I'm pretty engrossed.
Oh, yeah.
Nice. So Bray Wyatt's wondering if he can change. Bray Wyatt wants to apologize to LA Knight for headbutting him last week. Thanks, Daniel. Okay, here he comes. The lights have gone back up.
Ooh.
Interesting.
Oh, you silly little sausage. Let me talk to you.
Me neither. I don't think it suits either of them.
I'm reserving judgment to see how it ends because I'm on the fence. I've been positive so far about WWE since Trips took over, so they haven't let me down yet. And every time I think they've done a misstep, they actually then haven't. Like the Austin Theory thing, I've changed my mind about that. I thought that cash-in was awful, but it's now made me realise it's elevated the US title. All of a sudden, it's a thing worth cashing in for and losing for. So I take back what I said. I take back. I've had time to sleep on it and think. You see the candidates: Jay, Sami, Cody, or
LA Knight. Okay, so LA Knight saying because he didn't fear Bray, Bray respects him now. No one understands LA Knight. That is according to LA Knight.
Anthony Nayland is in the house.
Hello, mate.
One of us is going to do it.
Nice one.
I am myself.
We just do it secretly.
Oh, he slapped him. Oh, that was nice. We're even. Apology accepted.
Oh, dear.
That was it. He apologized. He slapped him in the face and ran off. LA slapped him and said, Apology accepted. I go my way, you go yours.
Doesn't work like that. Doesn't work like that, LA Knight. Oh dear.
Not seeing you in a while, observing. How are you doing?
We're even. Okay. Even.
And now a masked killer clown is going to haunt your nightmares, LA Knight. Because that's how this thing goes. If you're still about amped, have you been out tonight?
I think he's been working.
Bray's offering a handshake. He's offering a handshake to LA Knight, saying the decision you're about to make is about to change your life. What's this? What's going on here? Bray offering the handshake to LA Knight, guys.
He's going to rip your arm off.
Oh, he slapped him. He slapped him again.
Oh, you
He
fool.
slapped him again, you fool.
Oh, you idiot.
2 foot.
Oh, that's not cricket ants. They've got rid of the
Oh wait, there's the background. Man, that was a look in the well, there's the whoa, that's an intense look. Look in the eyes of Bray Wyatt.
That nose ring that he's got looks ridiculous though. It's all blingy and it doesn't suit him.
Now there's Bray's eyes, looking straight into the eyes of LA Knight there, and there was the flickering screen, and that's it, guys. That's it. Oh God. I just want some more.
That's what she said.
I just want more.
That's all Emma ever says.
Oh, really? Well, that's either a good thing or a bad thing, depending on how you look at it.
Yeah,
you should always leave them wanting more, or I don't know. I don't even know what I'm on about. Jess, I'm really sorry if you're watching this.
It's all right. Fortunately, Em was very excited to see me when I got back. It was great. And we have some nice plans tomorrow before I go into a flipping 5-hour AEW show or whatever it is going to be.
7 probably. No AEW.
Well, to be fair, no, I said I'm not going to do. We love Aunt Danielle is Aunt's biggest fan. I miss not being with you all. Yeah, no, I have said I'm only going to do the first. I'm only going to do like the first hour. I just can't. Like,
yeah, I do.
I just can't. Daniel does rock. Absolutely.
You can make it a fatal 4-way, Ant, anytime you want. Depends how pissed you are, though.
I imagine he's been.
The only problem that we've got is I can't fit the overlay on top of all.
We'll
of
just take the overlay off. Just take the overlay off if he came on. But but I don't think he'll come on because he's been working, so he'll be knackered. I think he might still be working. To be fair,
yeah, true.
It's not impossible with the gouts he's been doing. Hopefully you're all right, dude. Get yourself ready for Full Gear tomorrow. So what do you guys think of that? I mean, I know we've got Bayzler and
coming up.
And thingy, Bayzler and Shotzi. Which Sam, do you want to do the banner? You've done a couple. Would you like me to do it?
I've got it, mate. I've got it.
Like, what before this kicks off? What do you think of this? What do you think of this Bray Wyatt LA Knight stuff? Do you think he's not wrestling because he's wearing a knee brace and he might not be ready yet? Do you think that's why he's not wrestling?
It could be a very, very easy way of keeping him out of the ring until he gets fully medically cleared.
This is the problem because a lot of people are starting to get tired of these promos, you know?
Yeah.
But what do you think of the pairing of him and LA Knight?
Weird. Very, very weird.
Hassan's back. Want to vote?
Yeah.
Sorry, Dan.
No, it's fine. I'll get on the poll. I don't think that LA Knight's character complements Bray Wyatt's character, and I think it's the same in reverse. I think that someone more like Karrion Kross, I know it's a very spooky style gimmick to start with, would be a better one. But again, with both of them, it's a very physical storyline. It's not going to be a script storyline or a promo storyline. It's just going to be you want to see them to get in the ring and fight. So they might be holding something like that off until he is cleared.
Yeah. I understand what you're saying. However, it is different to anything we've ever seen from him as well. So that's a positive. We've never seen a feud like this for Bray, have we?
We've never seen him in the babyface position either.
No.
We've never seen holding back, and...
You're right. You're absolutely right, dude.
And again, I know both guys are brilliant at what they do.
Yeah.
And I kind of trust the process a little bit more. I've got a bit more faith in WWE than I've had in a few years. So I am putting my faith in it, thinking like, yeah, it does feel a bit mismatched. But every time I've fantasy booked Bray Wyatt since he's come back, nothing's felt quite right. Nothing at all. Nothing I can come up with feels particularly natural, because this is such a weird new Bray Wyatt scenario. You know what I mean? So
everything just feels off.
Yeah. But not in a bad way, just in a different way. So I'm not going to have any expectations. I'm just going to let it wash over me and see where we end up. That's why I'm doing it, which I never do in WWE. So so that's something,
Yeah, it is interesting, mate. It is very interesting. It's a really interesting time. Obviously, I'll be talking over on the Insiders on Monday evening around 11 p.m. before you join Dan here for Raw. I'll be over on the inside discussing this interaction with LA Knight. I do love those sessions with the Insiders. Always a pleasure.
Ant's got his work cut out on tomorrow night. Serve yourself. Because our predictions card has got 17 people on it.
Oh, really?
Wow, that's cool.
We've got some interest on this now. People are wanting to be the people's champion.
I need to put my stuff on there, actually. That reminds me. I'll do it in the morning.
I mean, it's great. I'm happy that I'm very happy that I'm happy that people are investing in it, is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
Sorry, it took me ages.
I'm amazed you're still awake. I'm amazed.
Mate, well, I'm getting very close to being like, lads, I might go to bed. But yeah, I don't know. I'll stick around for a bit, see if I can. Yeah, I'm definitely struggling.
45 minutes and we're done, which is that's.
Yeah, I know. Fair enough.
Yes, and to answer your question, the 24/7 title is dead.
Yeah, it is. It died a couple of weeks ago, didn't it? It was Nikki ASH or Nikki Cross. Sorry,
Cross.
I'm so used to saying Nikki ASH.
That was an awful.
Went to throw it in the bin and missed completely.
I know, yeah.
Ridiculous.
That just says it all, doesn't it? It says it all about that title. Everything missed. Nothing worked. Yeah.
No. So we got Karrion Kross backstage now. Walking backstage with Scarlett.
Oh. What's Bray Wyatt doing in the background?
Why would Kross be the fifth member of the Brawling Brutes?
Roman's scared of him, though, isn't he? Because of the hourglass, the TikTok thing a few weeks ago. So I think Roman's secretly a little bit scared that Kross might of Kross as a potential challenger, getting him on side maybe. But again, what's Bray doing?
No idea. I've
walking.
Literally been trying to keep my eye on him, but it looked like he was talking to someone, whether it was just in his head or something. It was just put there for a specific reason. But again, Triple H is great at these really little subtle booking decision bits. So there is probably a very good reason for it, and they probably will find out, but probably not for another 3 months, knowing Triple H.
I've really appreciated all of Triple H's sort of clever nuances in recent months, particularly with the Bray Wyatt campaign, but I'd like to see more of it. You know what I mean? We've not seen enough of it since, and maybe with other storylines as well, maybe in other storylines. Try and inject some of that creativity,
Yeah. I mean, this is one of the people that I think should be pushed to the absolute moon because she's got something unique about her in terms of Shotzi.
Yeah.
She's got a
She's great.
look. She's very marketable because of the unique looks she's got.
Yeah.
She can go in the ring as well. She's not a slouch in the ring. And I think she's one of the people that can be pushed to be champion and hold it for quite a while.
I think she's got better. She's definitely got better. You know, she's got better in the ring. I don't think she's ever been amazing. But she's definitely getting better.
She appeared years and years ago on Tough Enough, didn't she? Shotzi Blackheart.
Oh, did she? Right, there you go.
Yeah, and then she kind of went away, reinvented herself. For some reason, called herself Pizza Cat on the Indies for a little while.
Oh, yeah, Pizza Cat, yeah.
Then went back to being Shotzi. Then appeared on NXT, and I remember thinking, the time is right now. She's gone away and learned a new hold, and she's come back. Yeah, but I know what you mean. I don't think she's like Natalia in terms of working, but it's super marketable. And super,
oh yeah, no, absolutely, yeah. She's great.
Easy to get behind, and she does one of our intros. So
yeah, I mean that's great. Yeah.
Loving heel Ronda.
Yes, and then this has been the most interesting I think I've ever been in Ronda Rousey and Shayna Bayzler. To be fair,
yeah, and part of me wants to see them feud though. You know,
well, I think we will. I think we will at Mania. Yeah.
Yeah,
I think we'll be holding out till Mania for that one.
A way off.
Yeah, I think a lot of people are excited about that. I think a lot of people are very excited about that.
Oh, big yawn. Oh, my God. Ooh. Blimey. Should have had a cup of tea. It's contagious. It's contagious, like whatever was on the chicken wings and the belt.
Mate, those chicken wings
That's
are something else.
The tea that I drink, it's caffeine free, but it's absolutely delicious. It's something called Red Bush.
I've had it. It's nice.
I love Red Bush, yeah.
And I've got a vanilla flavoured one as well, which is even better.
I love lots of tea.
I like the chamomile tea before bed. Obviously, I don't do it when I'm doing this because I need to stay awake. But before bed, I always have a chamomile tea. It's part of my little ritual now. It's dead nice.
That's nice though. That's a nice ritual, that man.
Zens me out of it before sleep. I'm usually watching wrestling on my iPad, and as soon as I've had that tea, I'm like,
gone.
Shotzi,
but yeah, I mean, go on. No, you'll go for it.
I was going to say, Shotzi being distracted by Ronda, got an insecurity on Shayna. Maybe Shotzi's going to win this. She's got momentum, I think. Would you not say she's got momentum in this one?
I think that if it was me, I would book her to win because then she could go up against Ronda at WARGAMES, and it gives her a legitimate sort of possible
She is
challenge.
going up against. She is doing it, isn't she? She is going up against Ronda. That is the plan.
Oh, is that the plan? I want 100% sure.
She's the number one. Oh yeah, because you've not. Yeah. So that's been happening. Yeah, Shotzi won a number one contenders, not battle royal, but fatal 4-way last week. Yeah. So she is the number one contender right now.
If that's going to happen, I think that she gets the win this week to keep that momentum going, ready for. It makes sense.
It most certainly does.
Night,
Night, mate. See you tomorrow. Shotzi with a splash. And head throw thing.
It was like, I nearly said a sling blade. It wasn't a sling blade. It could have been a sling blade.
Nice bomb there by Shotzi. Shotzi going for the bulldog. She learned from Spike Dudley, the Dudley dog. And then Shayna shoving Shotzi into the ring poster.
We're getting Raquel Rodriguez come out now to counteract Ronda Rousey.
Nice.
Oh? Do we have some interference? Just nipping for a wee.
Nice one, mate. What's Rodriguez doing? I mean, Rodriguez going to help. Oh, roll up 1, 2, 3. Shotzi gets the win.
And that's one of the first times since Triple H has taken over that we've seen a surprise roll-up, I think. It is very rare that we see a surprise roll-up with Triple H.
Yeah, there you go.
As booking.
Surprise roll-up. Right, first round match, Butch and Sami Zayn coming up. Mate, I think I might go to bed.
Not yet. Don't go yet. Trust me. Keep watching for the next couple of minutes.
All right, hang on. There's early night. Are you leaving early because you're afraid of Bray Wyatt?
No, keep watching. Keep watching.
Whoa! There's a mask. Oh my god!
Uncle Howdy's mask was behind one of the doors.
I don't think that was Uncle Howdy's mask. That was a different mask. That.
It looks like it.
No, no, it was a different mask. That was a cleaner mask. Like a simpler mask, dude. Wow, that was cool.
Give me a second. My headphones have died.
That was cool.
Won't be a minute.
It's all right. I'll cover you. Oh man, yeah, I'm definitely gonna hit the sack, guys. I'm really struggling. I looked and I was like, oh, maybe we're nearly finished, and I'm like, nah, it's 40 minutes. So I'm gonna leave you guys in the capable hands of Dan and Sam. There's lots of everybody but Anne. There's lots of like cool alliteration and points. You know, you could do Dan and Dom. It's not a little alliteration, is it? I'm so tired. Lots of rhyming elements. Dan and Dom, Sam and Dan.
Sam and Dan, Dam and Dom.
There you go.
Dick and Dom in the bungalow.
There you go. Bye, Diva Dom. I'm not going yet. Have you done your headphones yet, man?
Yeah,
oh yeah, Sam. Did
you
you see that? Did you see the mask in the
mask?
Oh yeah. So LA Knight was backstage, walking away, leaving, and there was a mask in the door.
Was it a certain fiend mask?
It was not. It was a new mask. I'm convinced it was a new mask.
It looks like Uncle Howdy to me.
Right.
Yeah, but there's rumors of him having other masks. So, yeah.
Yeah.
I need to answer Todd's question. Why do the English love tea so much? Because it's tasty, Todd. That's the only real reason. Yeah, that's beautiful.
It. Right, lads, enjoy the rest of the stream. Good luck. I'm going to bed because I am knackered. So enjoy yourselves. Enjoy SmackDown, and I will maybe see one of you tomorrow. If not, have a good weekend, and we'll be here doing All Out. So come and join us if you fancy it. Whoever wants to join us.
We'll be doing Full Gear.
Full Gear. God, it's
the
all
same thing.
Full Gear. It's the same thing. Thanks, guys. See you soon. Love you. Bye.
See you later.
And then there were two. Diva Dom. Blimey. This is from last night, isn't it, Diva Dom?
Yes.
You can still hear me, though.
Because he's such hard work.
He's gone. The champion is gone. Right, who we got next? And Ant's gone to bed as well. Oh.
Yeah, both gone.
To be fair, I'm amazed he lasted that long. I am amazed because he was flagging in the Adelphi in Preston before.
We've got LA Knight buried under a load of stuff in the backstage area.
Why can't I see that?
I might be a fraction ahead.
I think you are. I've just got like a weird angle of. Oh, here we go. Yeah, you are.
I'll see if I can pause it for a few seconds.
No, it's
Let
all
me
right.
know when you get in Imperium coming out, and I'll restart my stream.
I've got people lifting things off LA
Yeah.
night at the moment.
And then it should cut to Imperium's music.
I've got... They're coming out now, all three of them.
Yeah. Okay. Again, I absolutely love... I don't know why, I love the intro music, the entrance music for Imperium.
Yeah,
It's just so regal.
it's a shame they got rid of... I'm tired, I can't remember if it was Mozart or Beethoven that he had
Yeah.
before. It's I don't so much mind this, but I think that was so synonymous with them. But mate, I think they've kind of left the ring camp gimmick behind, haven't they? Because I think a few people
Well,
felt
they
it
had
had
to because of the connotations behind it.
Well, it was an interesting one because I remember when he was Volta, he said, "Look, camp is just the Austrian and German word for struggle. But the English-speaking people might associate it with a certain book written by a certain dictator while he was in a certain prison. But I think anyone of Bavarian descent or anything like that won't, and it'll be weird to them that connotation. But I get WWE. Yeah,
I think what WWE wanted to stay away from was the sort of global name of camp is.
Yeah.
It looks a lot worse on a global scale than it does for that small population in sort of that region.
Yeah, because you're only going to know that if you're European and you know a little bit of German or Austrian, I suppose. So and I only know it because from Twitter where he tweeted about it a few years ago, way before he was in WWE. But I remember seeing that written down in WXW and being, ooh, what? They're not cosplaying Nazis, are they? Are they right? But then, obviously, they weren't. It was just, the military jacket and the word camp. It just brought all those things together, didn't it? But they are.
Hello, Johnny. How are you doing? One of the people that I sort of work with has just popped in chat. He's just put a kettle for our cups of tea. He likes to see himself, Jamie.
Oh, I love a cup of tea. Oh, it's a Friday night, so it's a beer night, though.
Yeah. Do you want to update the banner at the bottom?
You're right.
I'll do the poll.
Yes. So banner. Yeah, I think I'm going to need reminding for a while until it becomes second nature.
Versus New Day and Braun Strowman. Braun Strowman and New Day. There we go, people. It's in the chat. Oh, 100%, Daniel. 100%. It can't be anything else but a Yorkshire cup of tea.
Yeah. No, it's a great. I'm a Lancastrian, and I agree. So there we go.
You've got PG Tips, you've got Tetley's, but nothing compares to a Yorkshire tea all day long.
Yeah, it's just the best mass-produced tea bag you can buy. It is in the supermarket. It's easily Yorkshire tea. It's worth the other 60p as well, just to get.
100%.
You get what you pay for, though, especially with tea, good quality. Yeah. Those Tea Pig ones, I don't know if you've had them. They're amazing. Oh, so lovely, so nice. No matter what, even if it's a herbal one or it's just a bog standard cup of tea, it's awesome. They're awesome. No idea what the Adelphi gave Dom before in his little tiny teapot. It was. Oh, did you see my last comment about the bloodline? I did, Daniel. Where's that? My question is source. I want to know where that's from. If you can tell us, that'd be great. Because if that's true, that's massive.
That'd be an awesome storyline as well, I think.
Yeah. But SOS...
I don't know whether... Yeah. I don't know whether they would go Solo and Sami taking on the Usos, because I think that'd be a really... It'd be an out-there booking decision to have them two turn either face or heel, depending on which way you wanted to do it, on the Usos and the Bloodline. But, I mean, I think everyone's expecting Kevin Owens to turn up and then Sami Zayn to join him and take the titles off the Usos. So doing it that way is just completely left field decision, which I think could be a great idea.
I've often pondered how they're going to, where this is going to go, and I've had a few ideas, and I don't agree with. I'm not 100% on any of them. So part of me is, do they eventually turn on Sami and completely humiliate him and make him overwhelmingly babyface?
Yeah.
And then perhaps or are they going down this nefarious route where he's gaslighting the bloodline completely to where Jay flips and then Jay reignites his feud with Roman like he had a few years ago. And that was money. That was brilliant. That story.
Such a well told story as well.
It was
in
amazing.
Fighting in the actual Anoa'i family.
Yeah, and I don't think it's done because Jay. I like the idea of Jay being the one who's still frustrated because he's still wound up from that. I like and Jimmy being torn, but I also like the idea of Sami gaslighting Solo so much that Solo becomes his creature. But I think it's both. I want Jay Uso and Sami Zayn both to have a crack at Roman Reigns at some point. I want them both to come up short, but that's kind of what I want to see. But I don't think they can do both between now and Mania. So we'll see where they go.
Because I don't know why, but the one thing I would love to see is completely crazy booking decision, but I would love the Usos to turn on Roman, Solo, and Sami.
Oh, yeah.
And basically have the Usos stay the heels because they're just such good heels. But then with the turn on Roman, that would, in a way, turn Roman face. And then Sami can say, look, I was right all along about the Usos not liking me. I've always got your back, Roman. You've
Deepening
always
his connection to Roman. Yeah.
And I think that'd just be a really strange way to do it. But I think that Triple H is one of the people that could book that with a solid story. Because then you could have, at WrestleMania, face Roman versus face Cody. Because then you just don't know who's going to win. If it's heel Roman versus face Cody, I think that's a more obvious booking decision of putting the titles on Cody.
It could be, because I actually think they're going to make Roman. Because I kind of like the idea of them going the other way and making Roman just go full supervillain. Roman get to the point where he has no one, no Usos, no Sami, no Solo. It's just him and the belts, and nothing else matters. And it's almost a point of he needs to be put out of his misery at this point. And could it be Cody? Could it be Bray? I think they're the two big contenders to take him down. And this Bray still owes him a slap from losing the title to him to begin with, because it was a three-way feud between him, Braun, and Roman. So that debt needs paying. So that's what I prefer. I want Roman just to become this
Self-fulfilling number one.
And eventually fall. And who knows, maybe he doesn't fall at Mania. Maybe he holds it for another year. Maybe they swerve us and they do it at SummerSlam. It's going to happen one day, but I'm not in a rush for it. I want this to be a historic reign.
I think that if they could do that way with Roman and make him supervillain number one, I think if you have a 2-night Mania, you put him on the first night's main event, and you do a big female main event on the second night with the face win.
Yeah.
So if you're doing that, you have Roman win night one against Cody. Cody comes back at the Royal Rumble, wins the Rumble. Everyone thinks it's going to be Cody taking the title off him at Mania, but doesn't. And Cody feels completely let down, devastated, and then he goes and wins Money in the Bank.
And they keep the run going.
Keep that going. Keep the... Very similar to the Tommy Dreamer. He was always chasing the title and never winning it. And just drag that storyline out a little bit longer, because I just think that would be enthralling television. Every single night that Roman comes down to the ring, he gets to the ring, whether it's for a promo, whether it is for a match, whether it's for a tag match, whether it's for anything. But as soon as he comes out, Cody comes out straight afterwards and just sits at the commentary desk every single week for like 6 or 7 weeks.
Maybe doesn't even say anything.
Yeah, just absolutely nothing. Just briefcase on the announce desk, just sat there, or just glances over, points to it, and just sort of lets Roman know that he's there.
Gets in his head.
I think that would be really, really good storytelling, because it would be so basic, but it would create a lot of people going, oh, is he going to cash in? When's he going to cash in? Rather than doing the after a match running, just have him sat there. Just keep him right on your screen, right at the edge every week.
The teasing Gunther versus Braun Strowman here. I'm kind of into that. I think Gunther would have to lead that match.
Two big men slapping beef. It's going to be great.
Yeah, it's. And Sassy makes a good point. Is Sami trying to destroy the bloodline from within? I'm not so sure, because there's two possibilities there. Either he is, and it's all about the title, and he's the master strategist after all, and he always has been, and that'll turn him from a comedy act into a diabolical supervillain, which is pretty cool. But I think they want to turn him face at some point. So, is it that's, or is it really that Sami just wants to be a tag along with the cool kids? And it's not about the title. He just wants to be in with the cool kids. And once the cool kids are done with him, then is he going to turn face and have a crack at Roman? Yeah, so I don't know, because I love that idea. But I don't, because Sami was always the snivelling heel who thought he was clever, rather than the actual clever heel who pulled strings from afar. So interesting to see. But yeah, I think Jay and Roman need another go around. Maybe another Hell in a Cell. Now that Hell in a Cell is not a pay-per-view anymore, and a stipulation, thank God.
Yes.
If it were up to me, that I'd do away with half the pay-per-views these days. I'd do away with Extreme Rules, because it's pointless in this era.
I'd go away from the stipulation named ones, apart from the Royal Rumble, apart from Survivor Series.
I'd keep Money in the Bank, because I love it. I'd keep. I'd get rid of anything with hardcore connotations when they don't really do hardcore. Like, so TLC. I don't mind TLC matches. Don't need a pay-per-view. Hell in a Cell. Don't mind Hell in a Cell matches. Don't need a pay-per-view. Extreme Rules. If you want to do an Extreme Rules match, do one. I don't need a pay-per-view. Maybe stick one. I think they're the three I'd chop. Survivor Series.
I'd go back to the names of pay-per-views. Just go simple. No Mercy, Backlash, No Way Out, because you don't have a dedicated stipulation for it. Whereas with the bookings that we've had before in the pay-per-view premium live events sort of schedule, you knew full well that a storyline was leading up to something.
Yeah.
And it was going to be a Hell in a Cell match. There was no need for a Hell in a Cell match, but because the pay-per-view determined it, that's all you got. And then you'd get random stories that coming up to Extreme Rules where they go into the ring and they pull out a table. So you was like, oh, there's a tables match. And then they'd bring out a chair, and then you'd end up with a chairs match. And it just created a point where there was no intrigue on what there was going to be booking, because every single match was laid out weeks in advance. But if you said, like, I don't know, whichever vicious sort of match you wanted to do, whether it was a big Extreme Rules match or a Hell in a Cell or a Last Man Standing match, like Drew and Roman, build and build and build. I've tried winning a couple of times. I haven't won, but you've always destroyed me with interference from the Usos. Let's do Hell in a Cell. Let's cut them out of the ring. And have the Hell in a Cell as a payoff rather than a stipulation.
Yeah. It's Hell in a Cell, to me. I was never for it being a pay-per-view. Hell in a Cell to me was always when a feud gets so bitter, can't be contained any further, you stick him in Hell in a Cell. Because the cage matches in WWE.
Perfect.
Yeah.
You had the 2 matches, 1-1, and then you had the big main event pay-per-view caliber match in the Hell in a Cell payoff.
Yeah.
And that's how it should be done every time.
And the most memorable Hell in a Cell, apart from, I think the 2 most memorable I'm going to say 3. One was infamous, Bray Wyatt versus Seth Rollins. But the other 2, like that Jey Uso versus Roman Reigns, just amazing. Yeah. And him choking out Jimmy to make him quit, that was great. And then there was the obviously the Cody one with the bruised,
that was just
tricep,
ridiculous that he actually was allowed to compete.
If nobody can, because I've always thought Cody's great, but I've always found him a little bit stiff in the ring. I've never found him to be the most smooth worker. I love him, but I've always there's a lot of smoke and mirrors he does, and a lot of things he does in matches to kind of compensate. Although he's got a lot better in recent years, but he has my respects massively after that match. Like the agony he must have been in, and he still put on the show. Just insane, mad respect. Overwhelming babyface now.
With Triple H, you go back to 2000 against Mankind and then Cactus Jack at the Royal Rumble in the in the street fight.
Yeah.
And then the next pay-per-view, you paid it off with the retirement angle in Hell in a Cell.
Yeah.
Bad Blood 97. Shawn Michaels versus Undertaker in the first ever one. Again, you had the storyline build up. Yeah. It was the way the stipulation was created because they needed a way to pay it off. And that's how it should be.
It was that's me watching that as a kid. That the Kane's debut in that Hell in a Cell match with Shawn Michaels. That was one of the things that like young me was just transfixed by, that sort of thing. I've got to take Todd's mentioned in the comments. King of the Ring is not needed, because word on the street is King of the Ring is coming back as a pay-per-view, and I'm actually for it. I'm looking forward to that because it'll be a pay-per-view of good matches building to a crescendo. So I'm kind of into it, and it's different from everything else.
And from the rumours that I've been reading myself, Triple H is wanting to do it as a one-night premium live event with say, like, I think it's like sort of 7 matches in one show, but every single match on there is part of the King of the Ring tournament. So I think that, like WrestleMania 4, where they had the tournament to crown the new world champion, do it, same thing, but to crown the King of the Ring. And I'd love him to go all out again, like King Booker's gimmick.
It
was so over the top cheesy, but it was great fun. It was entertaining.
Because I'd like King of the Ring to be like it was when Stone Cold won it. Like, he's won it. He's the King of the Ring. It's a title he holds for a year or whatever. It was great with Booker T when he was King Booker. It was great. I remember it so fondly. But I don't think anybody else has done it well since then. Like, I know Xavier Woods won it, and it just kind of petered off. Shinsuke won it, kind of petered off. Baron Corbin held it for like 2 years, and it became insufferable. So I don't know if I'm up for them becoming the king. Just hold the title. Don't walk around with a bloody crown and make a dick of yourself. Just be hold the title and own it, like, sensibly. I don't know. Unless you're someone like Booker. So Daniel saying, I wish the Shield would return when the bloodline is over. Rollins, Reigns, and Mox take revenge on Solo, Jimmy, and Jay. Now, that would be cool, and I'm game. I mean, look at what I'm wearing. I'd be game. But here's the thing. I don't think Mox is leaving AEW, not necessarily anytime soon, but ever. I think his bridges might have been burnt a little bit. Not that they couldn't change that or something couldn't, but I think Mox is going to have his AEW run, spend a bit of time on the indies, retire, and be with his wife and kids. I think that's what he's going to do. Sorry, Sassy. I think that's it. I think his number may be up one day because he can't do that work rate and the matches he works forever.
No.
And obviously, bless him, the guy has had issues with substances in the past as well. He's due a rest at some point, and right now he's
it was
carrying
meant to be having one, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was.
And then All Out happened, and they was like, no, we don't really want you to go on holiday yet. So they brought him back, put the title on him. So that was one thing of me picking MJF to win the title tomorrow night.
Yeah.
Take the title off him, give him a break, let him have a bit of a rest, vacation somewhere, and just refresh his batteries.
Something interesting happened on Dynamite because I only watched it tonight. Dynamite, you see, it's free on ITV4, so that's where I watch it rather than Fight. But he held the belt out to MJF and said, "I'm going to extract the heart from you because that is my job." And it almost sounded like, "Yeah, you might take this from me, but I'm going to make sure you earn it. I'm going to make sure you're the right man to give it to." And it almost was an endorsement, so that was
putting
what I started
him over
thinking.
in a way.
Yeah, exactly. So now I get it could be just very good writing, or
because I mean, I've been thinking about a couple of bits. You frozen a minute? You frozen?
I think my internet had a moment, but
okay. But yeah, there's a couple of little things that MJF has said, and a couple of little things that I'm putting two and two together. I might be going 25, but I think that the way that MJF has done it, if it I'm going to tell you it afterwards in a second, but if it happens, the way that it's done has been unbelievably booked.
Mm-hmm.
So what was his quote that he said, I think after he won the Casino Battle Royal?
Oh God, I've had a drink and I'm sleep deprived, so I'm not sure.
The best trick the devil ever played
was making you think he didn't
convincing the
exist.
world that he didn't exist. Obviously, the hint and the connotation is he is the devil. What if that devil is William Regal and he turns on Mox?
Oh yeah, well yeah, because you guys were discussing this last night, weren't you?
Yeah.
And I remember I was watching from afar, thinking, but I've got only one hole to poke in it because I've been thinking about that today. Would you believe?
Yeah,
I'm that sad. But the one hole I poke in it is if he's going to do that, and if he's going to use Regal to cheat, why was he so keen in getting rid of the Firm, who were the perfect henchmen? Why is he, or is it just one big swerve? But because in my mind, they are a better insurance policy than Regal is. And why did Regal work so hard to assemble the Blackpool Combat Club and name it after his and my hometown when he's just going to abandon them? So, by the way,
thinking about that as well.
Yeah, okay.
I've actually got a little way they could explain it. Is Regal built the Blackpool Combat Club to keep him safe in a job, but now MJF has got the contract he's after, he can afford to basically buy William Regal.
Yeah,
MJF is that despicable of a heel that he could buy the best person that he wanted for his firm, which is William Regal.
So it matters more to him to have a coach. But if he's going to be a heel, we all know MJF is legit and can go, even as a heel. Because not all heels have to be snivelling cowards. Sometimes they can just be delusional fighters. Like monster heels, for example. Like when Samoa Joe's a heel, no one thinks he's soft or a cheat. He doesn't. He's just going to kill you.
It just goes and destroys fools.
Yeah, like Samoa Joe cheating to win as a heel just wouldn't make sense. He just, sorry, Dan, we can't get to them all because obviously me and Dan don't interrupt each other. But we know what you mean about the Shield and the Bloodline thing at Mania. It's certainly fantasy booking, mate, but it's My view is Mox is done with WWE, but I hope I'm wrong.
Best way to do that is 2K. Book it in 2K yourself.
Yeah,
You
without
can see
a doubt.
exactly what you're after then.
He's got a point though, because the Shield, like again, I'm wearing this jumper. When I realised Mox was leaving, well, he was Dean Ambrose was leaving WWE. I was quite upset about never seeing the Shield again. But I've got over it now because there are other things, and are not necessarily better things, but things that are as good. I wasn't sold on Judgment Day for a while, but they're getting over with me now a little bit more.
Yeah.
I like every member. I just thought it was a rubbish name, and I'm a massive Finn Balor mark, but I didn't think he worked in the group. But I'm starting to come around to that as well. Because he's so good. Sorry, what were we talking about before we went back onto the Shield?
MJF.
Yes, of course. Yeah, well, we'll find out tomorrow night.
Yeah.
If you're right, I'll never doubt you again. I'll never ever doubt you again.
I've been booking some bits for months, and the bookings that I've been doing have been paying off. I mean, my Rey Mysterio booking for WrestleMania next year, I've booked it from now until WrestleMania, and I booked it well before Clash in the Castle, before Dominic turned heel, and I pretty much have planned it out, and I still reckon that's the way they're going to go. I predicted that Dominic would turn on his dad. I thought it would be at Survivor Series because it just made timing sense. But you've had Rey Mysterio move across to SmackDown to avoid having to fight his son and pay off the feud. I think at Royal Rumble, it's going to reignite the feud, and it's going to be where Dominic throws Rey out the ring in the Royal Rumble match itself, and then at the next pay-per-view, whichever it's going to be, the one in between Mania and Royal Rumble.
Oh, what's that going to be? Perhaps it's not Elimination Chamber sometimes,
It's usually Elimination Chamber type, sort of no way out time.
That's what they should kick. Oh, it's Fastlane in the past as well. It's been Fastlane,
Yeah.
hasn't it? Yeah.
Take that one, and then whatever match is going on with Rey Mysterio, have Dominic come out and interfere, cost him the match. Rey basically then starts the feud with Dominic. You pay it off at WrestleMania in a retirement match or a mask versus career match. Once you do that, you have Rey Mysterio lose the match and hand his mask over to Dominic at the end of the ramp, de facto turning Dominic face again, but then able to wear the Mysterio mask name legacy moving forward.
And they hug. And they turned on face again. I think he needs to kill Judgment Day, though. He needs to just... or maybe we could have a Miss Elizabeth moment where someone jumps the rail and takes out Rhea Ripley and then maybe hugs... something like that. I don't know. If they did some kind of... Oh, blimey, Drew is laying in solo. Bloody hell.
Yeah, we completely sort of got distracted from that one. Butch
actually easily done. Winning. Fantasy booking. But we all knew this was going to break down, didn't we, in terms of a big schmoz. It was always going to happen because they've got a pay-per-view to sell.
We're getting the head of the table coming out.
They are doing Roman so right at the moment because a lot of people are annoyed that he doesn't turn up all the time, but
when he turns up, it's impactful. It means something. Same with Brock Lesnar.
Exactly the same as Brock Lesnar.
That's how you build your star, is you don't utilise them every 20 minutes.
Exactly.
You utilise them for an important point of a story. And I mean, even at Clash at the Castle, from the view that I was sat, I was probably one of the furthest away from the ring because of the seats that we managed to get. But when you saw him walk out to the ring, you felt his presence.
Yeah.
You felt that guy is a monster. That guy is an absolute star. Drew was exactly the same.
Yeah.
You looked at Drew when he walked to the ring, and you felt that he was larger than life character, which is exactly what these performers are.
It was a big fight feel. That's exactly what it was, and do you know what? Like, I've watched a lot of wrestling in my life. I've got and I buy into a lot of matches. Sheamus and Roman. Oh yes, let's do this. But that, because I was watching it live and in person, me and Jess were both watching it, sat there like this, and every time there was a near fall, we were into it, and then when it failed, we were like, and so we felt every moment in a way that I've not done.
For a while.
For a long time. Because what I often do is I delete my social media at Mania, and I watch it all together. I don't watch it live because I'm either this is hardcore for me. Yeah, I don't ever watch it live. I just next morning I have the house to myself, a few beers, a few snacks, and I just marathon it like it's at the Super Bowl or something.
Yeah.
And I do not want no spoilers, but I some trip through. So I'm always like cheering.
Kevin Owens is back. Kevin Owens is back.
You were right. It's him. I agree, by the way, Todd. It is a rubbish name. It's a bit of a Vince McMahon name, but they're stuck with it, aren't they now? So they've got to make the best of it. But it is.
I've got the trademark on it so they can use it.
Yeah, it's because when they first said it, I was like, really? That's what you came up with? I've liked the Bullet Club connection.
So with him to Jimmy Uso.
See, we have
another one to Jay.
We have our match.
Yeah. Roman saying, "Don't get in the ring." Kevin Owens just straight on the apron.
No paying attention to him at all. Stop me. I liked Sheamus standing up to him as well. I love how all the former heels. I love how Roman being the top heel has made all the other heels, a lot of them turn face themselves. Like, we now want to see people like Sheamus and Kevin Owens, who have been bad guys for the longest time, kick the crap out of Impact are doing a good job of it as well with Sami Callihan versus Eric Young. Like, Sami Callihan is
Eric
still
Young was wasted in WWE. As soon as Sanity basically got brought up to the main roster.
Yeah. Oh, what could have been? What could have been?
Yeah.
And it's like Callahan is just as despicable as he ever was, but he's our despicable creature, and we want to see him absolutely kill Eric Young. So it's that's to say,
we're going to face off Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens.
You know what has to happen, boys, in War Games and Superman Punch. Do you think Sami will be tested? Sami might falter.
I've got a strange feeling that they're going to have Sami and Kevin basically be two of the three people at the start of the match in War Games. So it could be like Kevin Owens with Jimmy Uso, and then Sami Zayn comes out and he just hesitates a couple of times in wanting to punch Kevin Owens. Just little subtle bits like that. Which I think it'd create some intrigue.
I don't know if I'm of the view that they should keep them separate for most of the match. Throw them together, then separate them again. Throw them together, separate them again. So we're teasing where they actually have to go face to face and like everybody else is on the floor through bins, kendo sticks, bodies everywhere, like there always is in these things, and they're the two men standing.
Yeah,
and they've got to no more playing games. They got to do it. I kind of like that. Roman is the only one laying down. That's a very, very good point.
Yeah.
Although we all know he's holding it until Mania, don't we? At least
100%, pretty much.
Right. And are we done? That's how it ended.
That's it.
He could have handled half an hour. He could have handled Demon Dom.
But I mean, when he has been up for like 20 hours, it is a long ass day.
Yeah. And he's like, he's driving to Preston and back as well from Hull.
Yeah.
Like, that's a 4.5 hour round trip right there. So and
that can take enough out of you.
And I've been to a few sea jams in my time. They are all day events. Although I've never been there in a journalist capacity. I was always there as the student capacity. But yeah, they're still hardcore. They go on all day.
Yeah. But yeah, shall we get our review done?
Yes, let's do it.
All right. So, if I said to you, what was your match of the night? What would you say?
I think my heart, what kind of wants to go with Ricochet and Mustafa Ali, because I thought they put the storytelling was just so good between them both.
Yeah.
But
yeah, I could go with that.
Yeah, you know what? I'm going to go. I was going to say the last match because it did so much teasing. But if I'm going with work rate, I'm going to give it to them too because I think they're the underdogs of the night.
Yeah, I think that was the best match on the show by a long way. Up until the interference, the Butch and Sami Zayn match didn't have a lot going on.
Yeah, it felt like a preamble for what we had later.
Yeah, it was all a build up to the Roman Reigns coming out and then Kevin Owens' return. So it felt like the match itself was an afterthought.
Yeah, it was.
Before that. So it just didn't make it wasn't an enjoyable match by any stretch of the imagination, but it was there as a purpose to further the storyline to bring Kevin Owens back.
Yeah, it was a preamble, wasn't it, to a fun melee that we always knew we were going to get at the end of that, which was worth it though, completely worth it because I'm super hyped for that now, and it's just nice being hyped about WWE pay-per-views again. I've been hyped for every pay-per-view since SummerSlam this year, and that's just so cool. You know, that £10 I sling to WWE every month, I pay gladly. You know, so yeah.
Performer of the night?
LA Knight.
I was thinking exactly the same thing in my head before you even said it.
Only because I'm being kind, because he's probably going to get killed next week. So we never knew you, LA Knight.
But he came out, he sort of cut quite a good promo against an opposite Bray Wyatt. After the promo itself, he did the sort of heel tactic of running off, but there was comeuppance afterwards, being buried under all of the sort of chairs and stuff in the back, which, again, we're going to see the payoff hopefully in the future next week. So normally we do them two, and we do a review, score out of 10. So if I said to you your score out of 10 for the full overall show?
I was quite savage last week. I'm not going to be this week. I actually thought it was a really good show, and I'm looking forward to watching it again properly without any streams and stuff tomorrow morning. So I'm going to give it an 8 out of 10. I don't think I can go higher than that, but solid 8.
I don't think that there was a couple of little bits that I wasn't sort of the fondest of. So I'd probably go a 7 for myself. But again, it's building up to a premium live event. So they are building story, and that's creating the intrigue for what's going to happen at the shows. So I think that we've got possibly LA Knight versus Bray Wyatt at Survivor Series, sorry. We've obviously the War Games matches. Carrying Cross. Go on, sorry.
Sorry, I was going to say, no, I'm cautiously optimistic. Optimistic. Let's see what happens. Because it's only, it's a preamble feud building to whatever else Wyatt's going to do. But I think it elevates LA Knight to be in a feud with such a major player like Wyatt. I think he deserves that spotlight. It does feel a little bit disjointed and mismatched. But Bray does need to wrestle at some point. We can't just keep having the Uncle Howdy things. As good as they've been, we need... This is WWE, clues in the name. You can't, because I was.
Go on.
No, I was going to say I was for Bray not wrestling all the way until the Royal Rumble or something, but then I was like, well, what else are they going to do? So so got to do something.
I mean, I've just double checked. October the 8th was when Extreme Rules was. So
Feels
you're
like-
looking at 6 weeks since Bray Wyatt returned, and it's only last week that we actually saw him got any sort of physical.
So they've done well to build it up, and I'm still just as intrigued by the Uncle Howdy stuff as I ever was. But they can't just keep having Bray interrupting himself, unless it turns out to be Bo Dallas or somebody else. They can't just keep doing that over and over again. So
No.
But obviously, I think this LA Knight match, something is going to go horribly wrong in it. There might be someone's Uncle Howdy interference or something like that. I don't think it's just going to be a straight squash.
No.
Who knows if LA Knight wins it? It could really push him to the moon. But then they have to separate them again and do Bray doing Bray.
But then, do you have Bray come back and lose his first match?
Yeah, that's the caveat. That's the counter to my counter. Yeah, it's this guy needs rebuilding well, not to come back and have a loss. Losses are important. Everybody needs to have them. But I think,
definitely.
If they're building Bray to be the top face on SmackDown and Cody to eventually be the top face on Raw, Bray needs to be dominant. And so far, he's been not a babyface, but not a cozy babyface. He hasn't been the shucks, I'm happy to be here babyface. He's been almost like the Stone Cold Steve Austin, the unhinged anti-hero. And that's what because Cody's going to be the all-American shucks babyface. So we don't need that on both brands. Let's have a Stone Cold on one brand. Yeah. Let's have a Stone Cold on one brand. Let's have an shucks on the other brand. Makes sense to me.
But I think that looking forward, we've got a couple of matches announced for next week already, which is quite nice because it gives us a little bit to go forward with. We've done our ratings, we've done our performer of the night, we've done our match of the night. I don't think there's much else left for us to do.
Yeah, I think everybody else has gone to bed in the comments as well. We had what did we have? Let's have a little look at what people said. Observing said some cool stuff.
Observing's brilliant. He's always got some really good insights and really good thoughts and ideas.
Sassy did indeed call it, just like you. You both called it.
Like I said, me and my manager do speak about this sort of stuff, and we always sort of look at what's happening and what we think is going to happen. But stuff
what
like
manager,
that we plan out well in advance.
Out of all the wrestling managers,
it
could be Percy Pringle, it could be Heenan, Bobby Heenan, whoever it may could be. Who is Sassy most like as a manager?
Sassy, I would probably say. Sensational Sherry, because you just don't want to mess with her.
So I was thinking Sherry. I was thinking who could it be? It was the one Miss Elizabeth battered. But
Sherry, Sensational Sherry.
Exactly. Yeah.
WrestleMania 6.
That was an awesome moment. That's one of my favourite face turns.
Where she ran out from the crowd, Yeah,
it's one of my favourite Macho Man Randy Savage face turns. So I showed my wife that. I was like, "Isn't this nice?" And she was like, "Oh, behave, get over it." I was like, "But you don't understand how good this is." But anyway,
Sassy's on the money. We are the team.
You are indeed a good team at that. You're getting everything right so far. And I'm going to finish more.
But do you want to have a go at doing the sign out for us?
Right, remind me how to do it. Let's quickly do that again.
So if you go to brand, and then you can scroll down, and normally we do the Gimme a Hull Claymore countdown, as I call it.
Claymore, where am I looking? Oh, is it the countdown? Mick
so I always call it the Claymore countdown because, like, Joe counts the 3, 2, 1. I normally do 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, Hull and then we go into the video itself.
Which is the video, though? I'm trying to find it.
So onto brand, scroll down, and then you just pick one of the videos that we've got already. So you can do like the Shotzi one.
Do any of them? Oh, right. I was looking for a specific video. Oh, I see.
No.
Shall we do...
Then you click on that one, and then once you've clicked on the video, you press on the full blank Gimme a Hull logo at the top, and that will overlay everything once the video is finished playing.
Right. So am I clicking show, and then what am I doing?
So on the video, click the video, and then you scroll up a bit where you've got the Gimme a Hull Yeah logo that Dom showed you earlier on, where it says full blank. I'll keep my eye out. So we'll do give us a couple of minutes, and we'll give this a try. So we'll do the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, Hull Yeah, and then you click on the video.
Here it comes.
Hello, this is Shotzi Blackheart, and welcome to Gimme a Hull Yeah! I hope everyone checking this out in Yorkshire and beyond is having a great day.
And where am I clicking? That's what I don't get.
Okay, so near the top
Okay.
of that list, where it says overlay, you've got the full blank.
Ah, yes.
So once that's clicked on, you can see that no one can see us on the stream anymore, and then you can end the broadcast at the top right.
Ah, so I press that now, yeah?
Yep.
Oh, I see. So full blank. Right. Okay, that's what, yeah. There we go. Now it makes sense. Now I've seen it. There we go.
See you later, everyone.
It'll be smoother next time.
Yep.